Bro, that book has been fucking nasty so far.
Is it?
I have seen fucking like halfway Mechanicum people get fucking turned completely inside out and fucking exploded by fucking by Thousand Sun sorcery.
That's fucking dumb.
What
I thought
was it?
some of the shit that happened on like that they were describing on Prospero Burns when after like they started picking off the Sisters of Silence and shit, like the shit that they were doing. And
Yeah,
like, oh yeah, this whole
once
unit.
they fucking got their powers unlocked and they started fucking just going nuts. Yeah, it's been fucking crazy.
I think it was the Pavoni. Was it the Pavoni that could boil your blood on the inside?
Bro, there's a part in there's a part in there where fucking Armin's trying to fix a dude that's going through the flesh change, and the way he does it is so fucking it's cool, but it's super fucked up. So what he's doing is he fucking, as the dude's going through the flesh change, he starts dropping himself down into his enumerations or whatever, unlocking his psychic power. He starts looking at the fucking web of this dude going through the flesh change and all the different fucking futures that he can fucking do.
Yeah.
And starts literally like picking and choosing fucking futures and like fucking throwing them away, like to try and increase his survival, and telling the one of the flesh shaper dudes,
Yeah.
telling him like what he needs to like shape to fucking fix the dude. And so they're fucking working together, but like as he's doing it, like as he throws away one, like 5 more spring up, and they're like way worse than what the fuck. He was like, oh, in this one he gets boils, and he was like, and he threw it away, and he was like, but 5 more threw up, 5 more came out, and like one was where his heart like fucking explodes out of his fucking chest, and I was like, God damn.
And this is the shit that Big E was talking about when he was like, stop fucking with the warp. Like, you guys went as far as you need to go. Leave it the fuck alone.
Bro, it's almost, all I could imagine was Armin's looking there, and it's almost like a pop-up on your computer pops up, and you hit exit on it, and then like 5 more spring up, and then your computer's full, and you're like, no!
It's a fucking ad bomb and shit. Oh, fuck. Well, that was we're like 25 minutes into this motherfucker. That's
into a fucking cold open.
This was a hell of a cold open. All right, well, fucking
Step Bro can pick and choose.
Yeah, Step Bro can finagle that and stuff, but
you are now listening to Heresy FM. This ain't your commissar station.
Welcome all to the podcast.
Welcome to the Step Broless Serpent Lodge podcast. He's not here to adult us.
Oh, yeah. We are about to fuck everything up right now, lore-wise, just so he has an aneurysm when he's editing.
Yeah, that's why we're doing something simple today. I think we're gonna do something we're gonna go a little bit off the tangent. We'll do something with a little bit less lore.
Yeah.
A little bit more opinion and banter back and forth.
Yeah. We will hit some lore, especially on one of the topics we're going to talk about. It's just came out recently as a video game.
Yeah, came out recently as a video game. It's been a tabletop RPG for a while.
And it's the origins of Warhammer 40K.
The very origins of 40K. And today we're going to talk about Rogue Traders a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Rogue Trader started GW's first iteration of what was to come and be 40K.
So I'm not too familiar with like the beginnings of Rogue Trader and like everything. I know it was basically a board game, and I know Step Bro or a tabletop. I'm not entirely sure.
It was definitely a tabletop. Whether it was a tabletop as in what Warhammer 40K is, or if it was like a board game, or maybe a TTR, like an actual RPG. No fucking clue.
That's going to be the joy of this episode, because as we go through things, Stepbro's going to fill in with fucking Stepbro facts, where as we fuck up on things, he's going to be like, no, you dumb fucks, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
So, Stepbro, please tell us about 40K, or no, not 40K, Rogue Trader, and the fucking origins of how it started.
And you know what? Let's spice this up a bit too. Let's have a baby seal, like a picture of a baby seal, in like the bottom left, in one of the corners.
Yeah,
And
we'll
every
see.
time we get something wrong, you bonk it.
Yeah, bonk the baby seal every time. He's gonna hate us so much.
Every time we get something wrong, you club that baby seal.
He's probably just gonna have his character like bonk our characters every time.
He's gonna put the seal on our faces.
But so it originally started out as the origins of 40K until 40K decided that, well, the guys at GW decided that apparently they wanted to be a little bit more continuous and everything to kind of have a story to it, rather than it just be the fucking Wild West of, oh, this is cool, let's make this. Oh, this is cool, let's make this.
Yeah. It started out as a regular tabletop game, it seems.
A lot of tourists will recognize. Well, a lot of our people will recognize the fucking picture of the half Eldar, half Space Marine that a lot of tourists will use as an explanation for Femstodes.
Yes.
If you haven't seen the Femstodes episode, go back and look at it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where a lot of them like, well, GW's retconned a bunch of stuff before. It's like, yeah, usually when they retcon something, it's to make the story more concise and like cohesive.
Yeah, coherent.
Yeah.
Oh, Abaddon didn't lose the 13 Black Crusades. He was doing it on purpose so that he could destroy the pylons, and now the galaxy's ripped in half.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh,
And-
damn.
and-
Man.
and now we
the
need to build more
Imperium's
pylons.
fucked now.
Exactly. Like whenever there's a retcon, it's to add to the story, whether it makes it more complex, whether it clears up a few things, whether it sometimes it could change the whole thing, but it's usually progresses the story in some way or makes sense of the story in some way.
Exactly.
The Femstodes retcon was literally for no reason, none whatsoever. But
You
go to
just
that
don't like
episode if you want to hear the
females.
rant.
That's the problem. You just don't like females.
Yes, I hate women so much I married one and then had one as a child and also one as a stepchild.
We both married one, had one as a stepchild. Well, no, I have two.
Yeah, I have a stepdaughter and I have a biological daughter. So I hate women so much I decided to have 3 of them in my life.
Yeah, right.
Fucking make that make sense, man. God. Oh,
But so, anywho, after that, Rogue Traders kind of became, they became kind of a lore staple, I guess. They became their own little thing. They decided, oh, Rogue Trader is still a cool name. Let's make something out of it, I guess.
yes. Okay. So Rogue Trader was a tabletop role-playing game akin to basically D&D. Started in 1987.
Oh, so it was role playing. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And that's where you had, your half Xenos, half freaking human space marine type of shit.
Oh, yeah. Okay. See, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it was akin to D&D, and there, I guess shit might have just gotten out of hand.
I mean, once you start, look at fucking D&D, fucking with all the fucking homebrew and shit. Like,
Yeah.
you can find anything.
Oh yeah, yeah. Especially with this D&D. Did they ever actually pull the trigger on D&D 1 and actually make it a thing, or is everybody's just like, no, this is 5e?
They kind of, I haven't really heard anything about it. From what I've heard, everything's still pretty much played in 5e.
That's what I've been hearing too.
I've heard
a lot of.
From what I know, 1D&D is still like in play testing.
And that's just gonna stay in play testing for the next 10 years until they finally say, fuck it, we're just gonna drop this idea.
Yeah, just stay in 5e. It's so easy. They finally made it. They finally made it right. They made it streamlined. It's easy. I mean, there's some things that could be fixed, but I mean, with the right DM and homebrew, fucking, you can fix it. Like,
Right.
just leave it how it is.
And it was, it was.
It makes
haven't
it
played
makes it easy enough that anybody could pick it up and play it, but also complex enough that if you really wanted to and you were creative enough, you could fill in all the blanks easily.
Oh yeah, yeah. 5e. People say, oh, 3rd edition D&D was the most broken. This and that. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, 5e can be very stupidly broken as well if you know how to do it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. 3 and 3.5 were a fucking 3 and 3.5 were the wild fucking west.
I never played either of those. I got in when 5th edition first dropped, and I was because a buddy of mine in AMP school was like, "Hey, you ever play D&D?" I was like, "No, I'm not a fucking nerd. I like women." And he's like, "No, give it a shot. Give it a shot." Coming from the guy who played 40K and Warhammer Fantasy, and I'm like, "Nah, that's gay. Like that's
Old
for
Carl
nerds."
Tubin fucking showed me
Yeah.
fucking showed me some of the taught me about some of the shit you could do in fucking 3 and 3.5. Hell, some of the shit you could do in fucking 1e, fucking in advanced D&D. Fucking and bro, it was ridiculous. You had fucking spells that like you could literally just fucking sap the blood out of someone.
Dude, okay. So speaking of that, and I know we're going off on a D&D tangent, but this is one of the funniest things I've read. Like it was in a meme and shit. It's like it was either a wizard or a warlock. Whoever knows the was it control water spell or the shape water spell? He's like
Someone who used control water to fucking remove the water out of someone's brain.
or take all the water and put it into their lungs and effectively drown them.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that's fucking creative.
Yeah, they fucking the rules in it say that it has to be like a container or whatever, and you could technically argue that lungs could be a container.
The human body is a container. If it's not, then how do you explain pooping?
Exactly.
Just saying.
There's an entrance and an exit.
Exactly.
So
Some
going
people use
on,
it as both. Anyways,
so going on to Rogue Traders.
but yeah, so it started off as a tabletop RPG akin to D&D. And it had its own lore, and effectively the background was supposed to have like a medieval tone to a futuristic like space background. And it was a complete change from the normal D&D. Everything is fantasy world and shit like that. This was basically the
Fucking
medieval ages.
sci-fi.
Yeah, this was a medieval ages in the 41st millennium in the far future.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, and that's how it started. And then the Rogue Trader title was subsequently dropped, and that's around the time that it became Warhammer 40K, and that's where they started dropping lore and making everything more clear and concise. That's why you stopped having a female space marine or a half human, half Xenos fucking
Yeah, half
hybrid.
a Astartes, half a Xenos dude, and yeah, all that shit.
And I don't know if it was, how popular was it? It looks like it was dropped in, I'm gonna look this up real quick. It was, I guess it was effectively Warhammer First Edition. Is Warhammer 40,000 First Edition was 1987 to 1993. And it seems like it's around that time that they're like, fuck it, we're going to drop this Rogue Trader thing and we're going to go full space, Marines, everything like that.
Yeah, we'll make vehicles. We'll fucking make a tabletop. We'll make a war game.
Yeah, and they basically transitioned into an actual war game.
Huh.
And then, so for those of you who don't know what a Rogue Trader is, and you're trying to figure out, Rogue Traders in their own sense are fucking badasses. They're almost akin to like a chapter master or an inquisitor in their own right.
Yeah, think of like if you had a pirate, or I mean, really anybody, because that's the thing about Rogue Traders is there's no, I don't know, lore really. There's a here's what they are. Here's what they can do, and
like some Rogue Traders inherited their what's called the warrant of trade. That is the big thing. Like when you are given a warrant of trade, you become a Rogue Trader, and now you're able to basically enact whether you want to conquer a world, trade, barter, whatever, on behalf of the Imperium. And some of them can be hereditary, so you can become a rogue trader because your dad was and your grandfather and, you know, your grandmother or some shit.
Yeah, you inherit the warrant of trade, or it can be given to you as the warrant of trade. It comes from a lot. There are warrants of trade out that are as old as the Imperium itself right now.
Yeah.
Some are signed by the Emperor himself. Some are given. Some have been given by Primarchs in like the Great Crusade era. Now it falls down to pretty much like the High Lords of Terra. They can get an Imperial. They can get a warrant of trade, and they can use it for anything as gifting it to somebody. Or a lot of times, what they'll do is they'll also use it as a bribe.
Yeah.
For a rival or something, somebody that's causing them a lot of trouble, they'll give them a fucking warrant of trade, because one, that's like about the highest honor you can get.
Yeah.
It's a baller ass lifestyle. Imagine going from like a normal ass dude on fucking Terra that's just causing trouble for an Imperial or for a fucking High Lord of Terra. And he's like, oh, here's this piece of paper. You're going to go be a fucking rogue trader and get out of my fucking hair because I can't fucking stand you. And you're like, bet.
And it's one of those, it's like, look, this guy is way too powerful for me to just outright fight him or try to kill him or anything like that. So it's like, we'll give him a fucking warrant of trade. Give him a warrant of trade. He gets off the fucking planet. He goes to another star system. And if he ever makes it back, oh well.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how, but I mean, everything I've looked up says they pretty much just give you a ship and a crew.
Yeah,
and
they
then
give you a ship, a crew, the title of Lord Captain, and then you basically just pick out your fucking retinue. Like, you and fucking 5 other buddies, like, hey, let's go be space, quote-unquote, pirates.
Yeah, you're going to come with me. This is going to be fun. We're going to go on adventures. But and see, that's the thing, is they're not just like merchants or anything. They're explorers, they're conquerors, they're fucking, you can do anything as a rogue trader.
Yeah, yeah. And the you may be asking yourself, but Serpent's Lodge, what if I don't want to become a rogue trader? You know, what if I like what I'm doing?
Too fucking bad.
Too fucking bad. You cannot refuse that. If you are to receive a warrant of trade, you cannot refuse it at all.
Yeah, it's pretty much, bro, it's pretty much a free agreement to just go fuck off.
Yeah, it's like, listen, I understand that you're a pain in the ass. I can't really do shit about it, so guess what? You're being promoted. Get the fuck off this planet. It's like,
All right, bet.
Yeah, it's one of those like, well, fuck. This is kind of like a demotion, but like a lateral promotion at the same time. Like, how the fuck do I make fun? Okay, fine.
All right, I guess this works. But yeah, so I mean, they're pretty much a freelancer. They have carte blanche. They have fucking that warrant of trade gives them pretty much.
Yeah.
It gives them the same authority as almost the Inquisition, Space Marine legions. It gives them free reign to do whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, fucking, you can go, if you just want to be an explorer, go do it. If you want to go conquer fucking planets, fucking go do it. If you just want to trade or sell shit, go fucking do it. Do you want to do all 3? Fucking have at it. You're doing it in the name of the Imperium. Just, don't bring any of that shit back to us.
Yeah, so
basically.
It also says here they are empowered with the authority to travel freely within the Imperium and beyond, which allows them to interact with different cultures. They're allowed to go out and find long lost human species and interact with them and do whatever they want with them. They can go to Xenos controlled planets and work with them and do trade with them, do all sorts of shit with them. They can even step on worlds and claim, and by simply stating, I claim this world for the Emperor of humanity and his Imperium. I bring justice and truth for the loyal, punishment and death for the guilty. And he can claim a planet for the Imperium.
Hell yeah. So, along with a warrant of trade, there's also something called the letter of marque. So
I've seen,
yeah, so
saw
letter
about
of
that
marques,
too.
they're more recently issued. I would assume that a letter of marque is more easy to attain than a warrant of trade. I I would speculate that that for you to get a warrant of trade, you would have to be such a giant pain in the ass for someone in the administratum for them to be like, here you go away, take this. A letter of marque is more restricted in some of the aspects than a warrant of trade.
Mm-hmm.
And those are controlled a lot more effectively by the imperial authorities.
Right.
So, and this could be of like a geological nature. So you could be restricted to just one part of the sector. Like you're gonna be restricted to this part of the galaxy here. This is where you're gonna stay. This is where you're gonna operate. You ain't going anywhere else unless it's back to Terra. That's it. And those don't have to be hereditary. Like, because okay, from what I'm seeing is it's that recent letters of marque aren't hereditary at all, meaning it's not passed down through generations. Like if your dad had a letter of marque, it's not just automatically going to be passed down to you. Like you have to go and reapply for a new fucking charter. Now that's speculation there, but whereas a warrant of trade, if your dad died, well, that warrant of trade is now yours if he passed it to you. So I would guess it's like a,
you get to
in
be
the
like
military. Yeah.
if you get a warrant of trade, you're a rogue trader. If you get a letter of marque, you're like a rogue trader light.
Yeah.
you haven't bought premium yet.
It's like playing rock paper rank. It's like, well, I have a letter of marque. Well, I have a warrant of trade. So guess what? Out my face, bitch. So,
So I guess next we could talk about, I guess, their ships.
so
And that's kind of the cool thing. They kind of, because also with how much they vary and what all exactly they can do. There are some rogue traders that are, have like a single fucking barely fucking clunked together, Han Solo fucking Millennium Falcon ship that's clunking along the fucking in the galaxy. There are some rogue traders that have whole fleets of fucking vessels, have whole armies at their disposal that they've just fucking accrued because, why the fuck not? Fuck it, we ball.
Yeah, exactly. And I would guess that each ship is probably tailored to what you want to do. Do you want to be explorer? Okay, so you're probably given a ship that has a bunch of different scanning equipment, possibly even mining equipment, stuff like that. Do you want to be a conquistador? You're probably going to be flying around on a fucking galleon or some kind of battleship.
Some kind of warship.
Yeah, some kind of warship. Or if you want to be a merchant, you're probably going to get a ship.
Be worried more about cargo.
Yeah, you're probably going to get a huge cargo hold and maybe just enough defenses that you can hopefully get away, from whoever your attacker is. Or it might be a combination of all, just depending on, what you want to do.
You may be one of them rich motherfuckers that has their ship for fucking everything. You may decide, fuck it, I just want to do I want to do a little bit of it all.
I want to have like, 6-inch steel freaking armor all around the damn ship, but I want enough cargo that I can take hostages or, rugs.
Rugs.
Hey, you can't tell me there aren't Persian rogue traders, okay?
I have rugs. So many rugs.
I have rugs and 30 white BMWs here. So, yeah, their ships are, I would have to say they're probably tailored to what they want to do, or if they have, I would guess that some kind of money would be in it because you're given a ship. Now, granted, do you get to choose your ship, or is it one of those like, here you go? It's like, what the hell is this? This is a rowboat. That guy got the Titanic. Yeah, but
Yeah, I wonder if it's like
ran out of
one of
stock.
those racing games where you start the story mode and you get like a car selector where you get like 3 different fucking
It's fucking Need
three-
for Speed Underground.
You get the Need for Speed Road Trader edition.
You start off with
do
a
you
Honda
want-
Civic.
Do
and
you want
gotta,
the Camaro or the RX-7?
oh, you want the Honda S2000? No. We got you this Toyota Camry.
Nah, fam, you ain't got enough money for that. You got to get more infamy. You have to build respect. You got to go race some motherfuckers first.
I'm not even gonna bullshit you. If they came out with a Need for Speed Road Trader, I'd be the first
play
one
it.
in line.
Oh, bro, I'd
be
play it
first
all
one in line to
fucking
play.
day.
Yeah, dude, that would be. I want that to be a thing now. Like,
So do
really
I.
do.
I want 40K fucking racing games. I want like they need to make some fucking Aeronautica games where you like Battlefleet
Dude.
Imperium or whatever, where you control like a fucking fleet.
That would be dope. I would love. Okay, so for instance, our lovely Tau player Danny, fielding a Manta. Like that would be the kind of thing I would like to do in like an Aeronautica thing. It's like, oh, here, this fucking citywide, mile freaking long.
Don't worry, guys. It's easy. I only have one model.
Yeah.
You only have what? You're a fucking Tau player.
I only have one. Well, I have one model, and then I have the entirety of the product range inside of this. So
Yeah, it's all on what's inside. It's all about what's inside. It's what's inside that counts.
yeah, so that's a bit about their vessels. Looks like Grand Cruisers, Jericho class Pilgrim vessels, Vagabond class Merchant Trader vessels. It seems like each ship.
Should we go through the list so Stepbro has to try and find pictures of all the ships?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, time for Groot's listing time. There's 2 lists in this.
No. Wait.
The next one's gonna be the long list, and I can't wait for that one. The retinue list.
Yes, the retinue list. Yeah.
So, ships that that rogue traders most frequently use include.
Now there are some that aren't verified, but they have been mentioned at some point.
That's fine. He can find them.
Yes.
So we have Grand Cruisers, Jericho class Pilgrim vessels, Vagabond class Merchant Traders, Hazaroth class Privateers, Havoc class Merchant Raiders, Maritech Shrike class Raiders, Conquest class Star Galleons, Ambition class Cruisers, Goliath class Factory Ships, Scorpion class Heavy Gun Sloops, Rogue Trader Cruisers, Orion class Star Clippers, Xenos vessels. Find all of those, Stepbro. I need all the Xenos vessels.
Xenos vessels.
Xenos
Man.
vessels.
Can you
Armed-
imagine being the guy handed one of those? It's like, how I can't read this shit, man.
Can you
Good luck.
imagine imagine being the dude handed the fucking orc rock? How do I fucking use this?
It's an orc
a-
battle cruiser, and all it has is a steering wheel that's not connected to anything.
It's just an asteroid. How do I fucking fly this? I don't want to figure it out. They get armed freighters and gun cutters. So they get a lot of shit. And that's not including the shit that they can just be like, oh, here, I'm this noble, flamboyant fucking rogue trader. I've spent all this money. I've got accrued all this money here. I want to buy this.
And you gotta think too.
Shut up
That's-
and take my money. Or or what if you just looked up and was like, war in a trade, give me your fucking ship.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's like you could start off with a fucking dinghy, and then the first planet you come to, you're like, hey, that's mine. That
Row
ship
your
right
boat
there
to
is
the
mine.
fucking phalanx and be like, I need this.
Yeah, you go ahead and clear that with Rogodor, see how that works.
Fuck Rogodorn. What's he gonna do? Right now he needs his whole fucking legion just to give him a hand.
Oh, shit.
Rogodorn's not around. The fucking phalanx is just, I'm pretty sure, just fucking chilling,
Probably.
waiting for a very ambitious rogue trader to be like, this is mine now.
Yeah, actually, in 40k. Okay, so Rogodorn's not around in 40k, and Sigismund is dead pretty much.
Yeah, he's dead than fuck.
Yeah. So who the fuck is in charge of the Imperial Fist?
The Imperial Fist.
Inferior Fists. Yes. Who's in charge of the Inferior Fists? Oh shit, I broke him. I broke Groot.
Oh my god.
The Inferior Fists. Yes. God, I can't word today. I don't know
it's
what
the
the
fact
fuck's going
Step Bro's not here, and I know when he listens to this, he's gonna have an aneurysm face.
on. That's the goal of today's episode, folks.
Oh, but on to the most popular part of Rogue Traders, and probably the most interesting, like
Yes, the retinue.
their retinue.
Who is going to make up your team of intergalactic pirates?
And I mean, fucking Rogue Traders have everybody. Want to go through the list?
Oh Lord.
I'm not going to go through this list. I'm not going to go through Step Bro. Basically, I'll go through like basic stuff. Known members of a Rogue Traders retinue. You can have everybody. Arch Militants, Astropaths, Mechanicus Adepts, Missionaries, Navigators, Seneschals, Void Masters, Acolytes, Beast Masters, Blanks, Bounty Hunters, Servitors, Death Cult Assassins, Pirates, Psychers, some unsanctioned, some sanctioned.
My favorite one that you're about to come up to right now, just because it's so wild.
Witchfinders?
No. Sanctioned Xenos. What's the first fucking sanctioned Xenos faction at the top of that list?
Drakari?
Yes.
Bro, I would love having a Drakari as my friend. Having a friendly distraction Drakari.
Dude.
However, they have to be sanctioned. You can only have Kabalite warriors, witches, sky terrors. Oh god, you can have a fucking homunculi.
Or an incubus. However, what the fuck is a Sky Terror? Oh, a Hellion. So
Oh,
you can
that's
have
cool.
you can have green goblins on your fucking team.
That's fucking cool.
That is pretty fucking cool. But Drukari, who the fuck sanctions Drukari? Who's like, hey, those guys are pretty cool. Yeah, they can work with you.
I mean, have you gone further down the list?
Yes, I have.
So you have Drakari, which have the Kabalites and all that. You have Kroot, which you can recruit Kroot mercenaries or Kroot shapers.
And I can understand that.
You can recruit orcs. You can recruit, which I mean, which does make sense because they do. Now that I look at it, because they do have freebooters, and freebooters are fucking do act as mercenaries and have worked with humans before.
I don't know orc lore like that. I only know what I'm told by like two very specific YouTubers that I think know.
Yeah, don't get me
everything.
wrong. Orcs are always down to fight, but orcs also like have there are orcs that work with humans and are like, all right,
Listen,
you just give me someone to fight and I'm fine.
Listen, if this information is not coming from the individual who knows exactly how orc powers work, especially when they just say that they're a tank, or I think I just gave Groot an aneurysm right now.
God, I hate people. You know what? I just got done hitting my weed pen and I've got to hit it again now. Thank you for that. So no, I'm not going to do that. We're going to do a Warhammer misconception episode. I've already decided eventually we're going to do a Warhammer misconception episode, and I could probably do an entire fucking hour based on fucking people that talk about orcs and how orc logic and orc mechanics and orc warp fuckery works.
And not just orcs too, just their entire channel is based on clickbait.
Wog energy, that's what it's called. It's called Wog energy. Everything's Wog.
Yeah.
But their Wog it's not I'm a tank. That's a meme. Fucking whoever tells you, oh, orc, I'm a tank, punch them in the fucking throat because they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, they're just regurgitating something they heard from an individual who is
he who shall not be fucking named.
Yeah. So, anyways, we got Orca freebooters. Who else we got in there?
We've got Orc Commandos, Mech Boys, and Weird Boys.
The
So,
Weird Boys
oh
kind
god,
of-
you could have an Orc Psyker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Weird Board is kind of an interesting thing to sanction.
That would, oh, yeah, that'd be kind of a dangerous. I wouldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. Fuck that, bro. You'd be going through the fucking shit. You'd be going through the fucking warp, through the galaxy. Everything would be fucking fine, and then all of a sudden, the whole back half of your fucking ship explodes. Why? Because he got a fucking headache.
Yeah, because he was trying to understand something and his brain just. The hell was that?
Bro, was that a car?
I don't know. It was loud as shit though.
Yeah, bro, I could hear it through the headphones.
Yeah. I thought you farted for a second. I was like, damn.
Damn, bro, I'm not that bad. Fucking see, we're talking about the fucking warp, and that's what the fuck
yep,
it is.
That's what it was. That was warp fuckery right there.
So
Anyways,
this one makes sense. They recruit the Tau too.
yeah, Tau are willing to work with anybody except their whole. Okay, so they are confusing because everything's for the greater good, and they're willing to make an allegiance with you as long as you believe in their philosophy of the greater good.
Right. Well, I mean, you also have like I would assume it's more like Tau outcasts.
Like the Fireblades.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
Like,
you get because it says that the sanctioned ones are fire warriors, pathfinders, drone handlers, and chassoi.
The Chassoi. So they're like the if I remember correctly, the Chassoi are essentially the pilots of the crisis suits.
So I would assume it's probably the fire blades that are. It's probably like you said, outcasts.
So yeah, the fire. So basically, Farsight, the Farsight Enclave. That's
Yeah.
what I meant, not the Fireblades, the Farsight Enclave.
Yeah, there you go.
The America First sect of the Tau.
The Alex Jones Tau.
God. I don't even know where he would fall into the Tau.
There's water on the planet that are turning the crew gay.
Listen. All right.
You don't understand. We have to stop the ethereal cast. They're drinking babies.
They're having these secret meetings out in this weird grove. All right. And they're like chanting to Moloch. They have a giant owl. Right. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I love that man, dude. He's always
Alex,
good for a laugh.
Alex Jones is a fucking treasure.
He is. Say what you want about him, but if you're not entertained by anything he says, you're not listening to him.
I'm a little retarded. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's like, I'll be honest. I'm a little retarded. I'm kind of retarded. Yeah. Anyway, so those are some of the, which is interesting because I didn't know about they had actual sanctioned Xenos. And
I would assume the Eldar are in there somewhere, not just the Drakari.
Eldar are kind of.
I mean, Eldar are pretty much sanctioned with the Eldar. Let's be honest. Nowadays, Eldar are pretty much sanctioned with the Imperium. Anyways, they've been working. They've worked hand in hand with the Imperium since the fucking Crusade.
Not
Well, the heresy mostly.
not overtly. They really only
very
worked
covertly.
Yeah, they've only really worked with the Alpha Legion, and that's it. And the only reason they worked with the Alpha Legion is because they knew that the Alpha Legion were the only ones who could actually make what they wanted to happen. However, they also fucked up because it's the Alpha Legion. And the Alpha Legion's going to do what's best for the Alpha Legion and possibly everyone else. They're always going to have other plans. Like, okay, this is your main goal, but we're going to have our own little plans to go along with this.
Right.
So I don't want to say it was a poor choice, but they didn't think that one completely through. So I think Eldar for the most part just really, I don't know, I see them as snooty bastards.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see. Yeah, I definitely see that. Well, plus with that, they have the who is it? The Corsairs that are the pirates, anyways.
Yeah.
So I mean, I could see you probably maybe linking up with like a Corsair or something. but I would
Yeah.
assume probably like a fucking full on Eldari, a craft world Eldari is gonna be like,
Yes.
no, I refuse to work with you, Monkai.
Yeah. I can 100% believe that the craft world Eldari are like, nah, monkey, you.
What if you
no."
worked with one of the fucking who is it? The fucking the ones that ride the dinosaurs.
Oh, the oh Jesus, what the hell are they called? Oh my god.
Nope, this is gonna fuck me up unless I look it up.
Yeah.
Jamie, look it up. Oh
Well, you just had it right there.
no, I didn't.
But while he's looking that up, the Drukari definitely are an interesting pick, because you would think that, you know, all they would want to do is like skin and flay shit, seeing as there is an elder god constantly chasing them for their souls. So that's actually pretty interesting. So
The Exodites.
the Exodites, okay, all right.
Bro, could you imagine having an Exodite in your fucking
In your retinue, just a dude with a
fucking
raptor.
dude riding a fucking raptor. You had to get like a big huge cargo bay because he's got this big fucking brontosaurus in your fucking.
You know what I picture? I picture that dude never getting off the raptor. Like everywhere he goes, he's just standing on the bridge and he's on top of the raptor. Like, he rides it everywhere.
Okay, the brontosaurus can come, but you're cleaning up the shit.
He's like, hey, is your raptor cool? Like, oh,
Can I-
he's fine. Just give him a snack. before
Can
you
I
come
pet
close."
him?
Yeah.
No.
Like, he's just permanently attached to him.
So I guess that goes down to the big question that was asked, which this was like this was actually a fan submission that
Yes.
asked us about this.
Which actually makes a good time to go ahead and plug the Discord.
Yeah, we'll plug the Discord a little bit. Join the Discord. We have a
Check us out.
wonderfully growing Discord now. That's now
We
full
also
of a bunch of wonderful people that are talking and having conversations, sharing memes.
every one of you bastards in the Discord is a special soul. I
We love every
one-
single one of
yes,
you.
I love Yeah, we love every one of you guys out there. Like Groot said, this was a submitted topic, because we kind of asked him like, hey, you know, Stepbro's not going to be here, so we're going to do something a little different. You know, what do you guys want to know about? A lot of fantastic freaking suggestions and
Yeah,
stuff.
a lot of stuff that we're definitely that we definitely already have plans to go into once we finish the Astartes series.
Yeah.
If Stepbro
But the one
would
thing,
if Stepbro would just show up.
you know who else can't show up? Dorn.
But so the big question he asked was what would the Serpent's Lodge podcast's rogue trader retinue be?
Rogue Trader Retinue.
Yeah, so I think just for like safety and time's sake, like we'll say like five people in your retinue, because I'm sure like as a fucking I'm sure as a rogue trader you could be like, you're in my retinue, you're coming with
Yeah.
me, you could have like a fucking retinue of like 50 people, but like
could.
let's say you have five people you can take with you. What are you gonna take with you?
So if I can only have 5, I'm going to have to break it down into like skill sets.
Okay.
Let's say, okay, so I'm a Lord Captain. Let's say I'm really good at diplomacy,
Okay.
right? But I'm kind of lacking in combat,
Right.
right? So I'm like, okay, I'm going to need to find somebody who's really good tactically and combatively.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd probably look through and I'm like, okay, you know, there's a giant list of fuckers here. I would probably go with, honestly, I'd probably go with one of the sanctioned Xenos, right? Bounty Hunter would be kind of cool, but yeah, I'd to be honest, I'd probably just grab one of the Xenos, because I think it'd be cool as shit. And it would have to be one of the Drukari, just because I know if I need someone dead, that motherfucker's gonna die, and he's gonna die in a very unpleasant way. So yeah, I would probably get one of the Incubus or the Hellion.
Okay.
So I'd have one of those two, especially if you need information. Who can interrogate better than the Drukhari?
True.
So that'd be like my interrogator, probably combat dude. I would definitely need a psyker because you always need a psyker. You always need some kind of psychic protection or someone who can like, read the signs that there's some work fuckery about, or they can
Right.
like sense it and feel it. So yeah, I would probably get a psyker. Unsanctioned or sanctioned? I don't know. Probably unsanctioned because they're not held down by laws like the rules.
Right.
They kind of make their own rules, and that would be useful in certain situations.
Yeah, I feel like a Primaris, like a sanctioned Primaris psyker. Like, I feel like if you need him to bend the rules, he's not going to bend the rules.
Yeah, and if he does, he's really gonna give you shit about it later.
Yeah, and he's gonna be very upset about it.
Yeah. So a psyker, I'd get a Xenos. Well, definitely a navigator. Not only do you need a navigator to, navigate the warp and stuff like that.
Well, I
but
mean, wouldn't a navigator kind of be given?
Maybe. Actually, yeah, actually, because I've played the Rogue Trader game, and you have to go and get a navigator.
Oh.
So you end up going to the Navis Nobilite, and you go to this house, and there's a lot of warp fuckery going around and stuff. You got to save the navigator, and in return, she offers to join you, that kind of thing. So,
Oh yeah, so I guess a navigator would kind of be a given. Fuck.
yeah, I don't see the Imperium just being like, here you go, you can have this. They can give you maybe an astropath, but
Okay, well let's just say for the sake of argument, taking out like obvious ones, because then we're all gonna have navigators.
okay, fair enough.
We'll just say like your five dudes, your five homies.
My five homies. Yeah, I would have to say one of the Drukhari for interrogation and information gathering, and they're not gonna frown upon someone needing to not be around anymore.
Right.
A psyker for sure, because warp fuckery is always a thing. Crusader, is that what I'm thinking it is? So, deadly holy warrior of the Ministorum who's recruited for his unflagging devotion to the God Emperor. Okay.
Yeah, probably just like a fucking Knight Crusader dude.
It's effectively what it is, just sword and shield dude. He might not be bad. This is kind of hard, man, because there are a lot of dudes here. Like, you can get a death cult assassin. Like, me personally, I'd probably just get a bunch of assassins and shit like that, and just go with a couple of psychers. Honestly, I'd probably do like a death cult assassin, Drukhari, Hellion, and an Incubus, and then it'd be like, okay, I know I can take any one of these. I should be fine.
Okay. All right. For mine, I agree with you as far as Drukhari goes. I definitely want a Drukhari. However, instead of an Incubi, I think I'd go more of a homunculus.
Homunculus would be fun. The crazy shit. But you also got to watch out that he's not experimenting on like the servants you have on your ship.
Dude, in all honesty, maybe, I mean, experimenting on some servants or whatever, if that's what it takes. Like, look, bro, if you can make them better and more efficient and things, like, I don't care what you do. Just keep them alive and do what you do. However, anytime it involves like healing me, especially because they're really good, they're good with like medical shit, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
When it comes to healing me, fucking what you see does not change. Like, unless it involves like bionics, like normal bionics, I want nothing weird.
Homunculi seems like someone who can be easily pleased by just taking a prisoner.
Yeah.
Like, you go to a planet and be like, hey.
Plus, as far as an interrogator, bro, a homunculi.
A homunculi?
homunculi is gonna put you on the table, and he's gonna learn what he needs to, even if it takes him fucking years of keeping you alive.
You have convinced me. I would actually add a homunculi and either an incubus or hellion into the retinue, because we can pull some shit like what happened with the fuck was it? I guess kind of along the lines of what happened with Vulcan.
Mm-hmm.
It's well, you're gonna give me the information I need, and if you don't, this guy here is gonna make sure you do, and if you die, this guy here is gonna make sure you come back so you can give us the information we need.
And then this guy's just gonna just rinse and repeat, man.
Rinse and repeat. Yep.
So yeah, so I definitely have the homunculus. I do agree with you. I would have the unsanctioned psyker, just so he could bend the rules a little bit. I thought about it a little bit, and I almost feel like for my third choice, I would have a radical inquisitor.
Radical inquisitor.
Specifically, look for a radically minded inquisitor rather than someone on the Puritan path, where someone who is, once again, an inquisitor who's not afraid to break the rules. Just
an Eisenhorn?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Kind of, just not, just maybe I'd probably be a little bit more picky, and I'd definitely have a vetting process to figure out how cool he was with some shit.
Just put him next to the unsanctioned psyker and see how he acts.
I feel, because think about it, having a warrant of trade and an inquisitorial rosette, you are,
yeah,
you are nigh untouchable, my friend.
Yeah, and you can get a lot done. Because if someone's like, I don't care about your warrant of trade, it's like, okay, have you met Inquisitor so-and-so?
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Boom.
Fuck.
Okay, you don't give a fuck about me. Oh, Gregory.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Other than that, it'd be simple. I'd probably have a Mechanicum, tech priest of some kind.
Fair. Yeah. Tech priest would always be handy.
He would definitely be around just in case the Drukhari just in case I was kind of sketched out about the homunculi. It'd be like, look, bro, I need you to fucking hook me up with some bionics. And then I would honestly I'd have a space marine, but I'd have to have like one of the kind of okay with having the fucking ragtag group that I had, space marine.
Really, a space marine? I would have figured you'd be just say fuck it and just get an orc just for the playful dumbness.
I'm not gonna lie, an orc. It's between a space marine and an orc, and I'm almost, now that you talk about it, and having an orc freebooter around would be fucking funny as fuck.
Yeah.
Just for the wackiness. I don't need the psyker shit. I need someone that's just a monster.
Yeah.
And he would definitely be cool with anything as long as I gave him something to fight every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
And gave him fucking shiny gibbons.
Fucking. Yeah.
Gubbins, my bad. Shiny gubbins.
That's a pretty good rounded list right there. You've got your healer, you've got your tank, you've got your DPS, so to say. You've got, what would the Inquisitor be? Yes. Well, you've got your
charisma.
You've got your magic user, and then you've got the Inquisitor, who's.
I don't know what kind of Inquisitor. I mean, because Inquisitor's pretty much really, I just want the Inquisitor for the Rosette. Like, he could be a fucking, he could be completely useless. Fucking, he could be a pencil pusher for all I care, sitting in the fucking.
He would have to have some balls, though.
Yeah.
I mean, well, obviously, if you're an Inquisitor, you're gonna have some set of balls, because
you can't just be like, excuse me, but I have this Rosette and it says "fuck you." I can do what I want.
Yeah, exactly. So. Yeah, that's actually, I'd probably have to do the same thing and break it down into those kind of categories, like a DPS, a tank, a healer, a wizard, and
break it down like a fucking RPG party.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking Tiny Tina's Rogue Trader.
So we'll also leave time for Stepbro to figure out his retinue, and he will provide it on the screen as follows. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything about Rogue Traders, really.
Almost. There are several houses of rogue traders.
Are we going through another list?
We don't have to go through the whole list, but we can just we can give numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There are about like 20 different rogue trader houses.
There's also 5 notable rogue traders, but from what I read, they were all from like the Rogue Trader game.
Okay. Yeah, there's not any. There aren't any in here that really stand out to me, or even remotely mentioned in any 40K lore, or 40K and Heresy lore, to be honest. So, yeah, I would assume that these were all just from the actual Rogue Trader game. So back when 40K was Rogue Traders, they were probably a big part of the lore. And then when everything got reworked, they all basically went by the wayside.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the wiki is like all the fucking pretty much the fucking game, like all the archetypes and different ways you can be a rogue trader. And really, there's no right or wrong way to be a rogue trader. Just go fuck off and don't bother whoever gave you the fucking warrant of trade.
Yeah, and that's essentially all it is. You pissed off someone enough that they want you to just go away and do whatever you want, just not near them.
Just go away and live a life of adventure. And I mean, that's the life of a rogue trader.
Could you even really? I mean, okay, I can see how it could be a punishment.
I see
for some people.
Yeah, like if you're like a super closeted person who's just like, I stay at home, don't fuck with like, and somebody's just like, oh, by the way, fuck off.
Or in the inverse, you know, you're a powerful fucking gang boss and you own like half the fucking city, and the administratum and all of them, they can't fuck with you, they can't touch you, they can't try to kill you without some kind of, you know, repercussions. And so it's like you own everything, and these guys come up to you and like, hey, here you go, you're a rogue trader now. Oh fuck! I have to give up all my power and everything.
Do you think it's like those private investigators that serve like court papers, and they fucking like will dress up in disguises or whatever? Do you think like the administratum would like dress up in disguises and be like, oh sir, can I take donations? And oh, I'm not trying to give anything. Oh, too bad here this warrant of trade touched your hand. Too bad you're a rogue trader now, bitch.
It's like a fucking game of hot potato. Or they trick him into signing it. It's like, hey, call him like, hey, can you're the 91st caller. You won a free, you know, building and stuff. Come down here and sign the papers for it.
You want a free lifetime supply of corpse starch.
Yeah. Yeah. We just need you to come down and fill out some forms, and then you'll be good to go. All right. Just fucking sign one of those. All right. Bloody fingerprint here. Cool. All right. Congratulations, you're a rogue trader. Get the fuck out. Wait, what?
Or like a fucking, or like you're a crime boss just sitting there, and all of a sudden like a paper airplane flies in, you open it up, it's a warrant of trade. He's, oh, son of a bitch, they got me.
Oh, fuck, they got me. Second time this week.
Oh, but all right, guys. So that's pretty much everything. Hopefully Stepbro will be here next time so we can continue talking about our continue up on the Astartes series.
Well, the next one's supposed to be the 11th Legion. So
no, the next one's the Iron Hands.
Oh yeah, right. We just got done with damn.
Yeah, we just got done with Blood Angels.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, never mind. Next time is Iron Hands.
Yeah, next we'll do Iron Hands.
Spoiler alert. Bet you won't know where they got their name from.
Yeah, we thought we were gonna do Iron Hands, and that's where we got to with the end of the episode. But then Stepbro didn't show up, so now we can't do Iron Hands. So we just decided to do Rogue Traders, and
we were gonna do Black Templars just to really stick it to him, but we decided not to.
We were gonna call the episodes 45 minutes of shit talking Dorn.
Yeah. If you guys actually want something like that, let us know. We'll
if you guys want Groot and Corn Berserker to do 45 minutes of talking shit about Dorn, I will come up with a list of reasons why I hate Dorn.
Not just Dorn, but the entirety of the Inferior Fists.
The Inferior Fists. Hashtag Inferior Fists in the comments. But yeah, guys, until next week, I guess, fuck it, we ball.
Fuck it, we ball.